3, 2, 1. How to become a pilot in 2025. Be rich. That's my top tip of the day. Howdy folks, CFI IIMEI Dawson here today with a video on why you should become a pilot in 2025. I would be willing to bet if you clicked on this video, you have somewhat of an interest in aviation and you're looking to learn more. Maybe you are already thinking about becoming a pilot in 2025. Maybe you already are thinking about becoming a pilot in 2025, but you've watched the news. And we already know aviation's not looking too hot for 2025, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't pursue your dreams and become a pilot in 2025, or any year for that matter. Howdy folks, I am Dawson Martin. I'm a certified flight instructor, instrument and multi-engine rated instructor based out of Birmingham, Alabama. I do independent instruction out of some single engine and multi-engine airplanes here and help people that are interested in becoming pilots pursue their dreams. So hopefully I'll have a little bit of information on why you should become a pilot in 2025. So if we've turned on the news, we've seen thus far the number of commercial aircraft crashes, both deadly and some not deadly, thank God, that have happened in 2025. And it's only February 19th, so it's not looking too hot, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't pursue aviation in 2025. Aviation has always been a cyclical industry. Cyclical meaning that things are ever changing. There are many industries that are like this, but aviation has always been an ever-changing market, an ever-changing industry, an ever-changing environment. And that's funny because the FAA, if you know anything about aviation, is historically behind the times with everything. They love to follow that phrase or motto, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Same thing goes with aircraft engines or just many other things in aviation. How often do you see a car from the 1970s driving down the road? I know I don't see many of them. And when you do, you look out the window and if somebody else is in the car with you, you say, whoa, look at that car. Whoa, look at that car. Oh, that's a cool car. Because we don't see them every day. We're not driving 1970s cars. But if you go to your local flight school, pull out the manual or the POH, the Pilot's Operating Handbook, which is a required document that has to be in every aircraft in order for it to be legal to fly. For my people already in their flight training, AERO is one of the many acronyms we should know. But in that POH, you might see 1976, 1974, 1960s model, even 50s model aircraft are still used as daily trainers in aircraft flight training. So aviation is an ever-changing and ever-cyclical industry, but many things stay the same, and usually that's in the name of safety. So if you're interested in becoming a pilot, my number one idea is there's never a better time than now. Well, I guess there is a better time. That was yesterday, or last year. Aviation being ever-changing and ever-growing as well, because people have become accustomed to flying now to a point of where even if we say we won't get on an airplane, we look at that 16-hour drive, yeah. Those people who even say they won't get on an airplane again because of a commercial aircraft crash, they'll be on that airplane again. It's more convenient. We're so used to having access to aviation. It's changed our lives. It's changed the way the world is ever connected. So it's not going anywhere. If you became a pilot yesterday or you become a pilot tomorrow, the aviation world is there for you and there are jobs for you in this market. There's no better time to become a pilot than today. Number two for me and my thought process in becoming on why you should become a pilot in 2025 is your passion is profitable. I use this quote often when I'm talking to entrepreneurs or people who are already pilots or people who are interested in becoming pilots, because there is one commonality that most pilots have. Because aviation is so difficult and expensive to pursue, most pilots are very passionate about flying. They wanted to become a pilot. They wanted to pursue a career in aviation because it's not easy. So very few people, and I would say almost none, fall into the career of being a commercial aviator and that being their livelihood. You might fall into a career of being a salesman. You might fall into a career being a restaurant manager, but very few people fall into a career of becoming a pilot. I feel everyone should have the opportunity to work for themselves, even if they aren't self-employed. As a pilot, when I'm flying an aircraft and I am, quote, padding the pocket of another larger corporation, But in that aircraft at that time, if I am truly enjoying what I'm doing and I'm being fairly compensated for it, I feel like I'm working for myself. I'm working for my own personal enjoyment. I'm doing something I would do whether I got paid to do it or not. And I often go and pay to actually go fly, just to build solo time, to go and enjoy flying. I enjoy my career that much that I'd be willing to pay to still do my career. If you're interested in becoming a pilot and you have a passion for aviation, aviation is a great career opportunity to provide you a way to work for yourself, is the way I think about it. If you truly have a passion for flying, you really will never work a day in your life. Love that quote. If you truly love your job, you'll never work a day in your life. And that doesn't mean sometimes that we don't fly trips and we don't have parts of aviation and parts of the overall experience that don't feel like work. But they're a lot better than some of the other forms of work we could be doing. And finally, my last thought in why you should become a pilot in 2025 is if you are already in a healthy enough state to become a pilot, you already have a leg up on millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people in America who can't even pass the medical exam. They might have a burning passion to become an aviator, but they couldn't pursue becoming an aviator, at least at the professional level. They couldn't get a first-class medical, maybe because of eyesight, maybe because of a genetic condition. If you already meet the qualifications to get a first-class medical, you have a huge advantage over so many other people. So take advantage of your already great opportunity to pursue aviation by taking advantage of your great health. Becoming a pilot is one of the best things that I could have ever done for myself, for my own personal enjoyment, for my career, for my future economic success, for my future mental health. People sometimes come to me and say, oh, but it was so expensive. I had to take out a loan, or it cost me this much money. And I always think back on some of my loans that I had to take out in flight school and think, was this a good idea? But then I look up, okay, how much would it cost today? If finances are something that seem to be holding you back, or that thought of, oh, it costs so much money, you can either pay as you go to avoid the debt, but the sooner you get those ratings and the sooner you can build your time up to your ATP minimums, airline transport pilot certificate minimums of 1,500 hours, or if you have a degree, commonly a little bit less with a restricted ATP, the sooner that you can start profiting and making money off of your career as an aviator. Anytime I get discouraged about how expensive it is, I think about how much more expensive it will be in the future and think, well, I'm glad I did it when I did, because I'm ahead of the game of inflation. I'm ahead of the game as much as I can be by becoming a pilot when I wanted to, and not in the future sometime guessing and desiring to pursue my desire in aviation. So if you are interested in aviation and have a passion for it, there's no better time than 2025 or today to become a pilot. No matter when you're watching this video or when your interest in aviation comes alive, whenever you have that desire, there's no better time to pursue something that you're really interested in than now. So if you like this video and you want to learn more about becoming a pilot, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more information about aviation and to learn some more tips from me, your YouTube flight instructor, CFI Dawson. I appreciate you watching. Thanks. Okey-doke, all that's good to go. If I'm gonna be vocal in my expression today, am I going to be vocal in my expression?